Okay, so I think I'm going to start again just to make sure that we are up and running. And my sister is running our YouTube studio, so I hope that she gives me a thumbs up and we're up and running. Well, welcome to the Sippin' Saturday show. So glad that you could stop by. I'm going to run through what we just talked about for about 3 minutes just to make sure that you get to enjoy everything. I don't know if you saw my saying for the day, but remember I like to start all of our YouTube lives with a saying, and today's is, look for something positive in each day, even if some days you have to look a little harder, right? And I was saying that 2 weeks ago I had to look a little harder because we all had the flu and then it developed into bronchitis. And so as we're moving forward today, anybody out there, how about you guys? Has anybody had to suffer through the flu? Oh my goodness. Don't forget, today we are actually going to give away some stamp sets. Now, we may do it today or we may wait until next week so that we give more people an opportunity to make some comments. But here's one of ours. So sentimental. Do you have this stamp set? Oh my goodness, it is so wonderful. And then this happy birthday. Have you seen that? Oh my goodness, you get this, I believe, in the celebration. So if you place an order of $50 or more, you can go pick you another free stamp set. Well, today we are going to be working with Butterfly Gala stamp set. It is so pretty. Now, you can buy this in the annual catalog of Stampin' Up, but I fell in love with this. And so my sister and I just went crazy making cards, and we had so much fun. I thought, okay, this has to be our YouTube live because it is so, so pretty. And we also used this stamp set for our sentiments. I just love how big they are, don't you? I'm really a fan of big sentiments, but I will say that this Butterfly Gala has some beautiful sentiments. It has, you've been on my mind. Thank you so very much. Hello, beautiful. A little note. Now, how many times do you just want to put a little note on a card? So many times, right? Well, let's talk about the supplies that we use today. So let's go ahead and head down to the crafting table and get started. Let's see. Here we go. So what we want to do, let me see if I can, you don't want to see my mess on my table, right? So let's see if I can't fix that just a little bit more so that we have, oh, there we go. So I am going to have to put my glasses on, right? So this one is, oh wow, you can't even read it. It is hard to read. Pineapple. This one is crumb cake. We use that for the body of the butterflies. We used crushed curry, and we also used pumpkin pie. And wait till you see how we're going to use these. So I'm going to go ahead and get these open because we are going to use this as part of the background for our card that I'm going to show you in just a minute. So today we're working with a greeting card, a handmade card that is so beautiful using the Butterfly Gala. Don't you like that? What about our background? Isn't that pretty? Here's our big sentiment, and then when you open it up, you're seriously the best. We have another card that we made too that I'll show you at the end. Now remember, to qualify for this drawing, you need to log in and you need to make some comments because we use a random comment picker, and they pick the winner based on comments that are made. So you're going to need a card, and this card base is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and then of course you score it right in the middle. So just your typical card base, and then you're going to have a mat, and it's 4 by 5 1/4. Both mats are 4 by 5 1/4. Okay, so I'm going to get me a piece of paper here, and I want to show you how we created this really pretty background. So we have our 3 colors up here, right? And we just took our little finger daubers. And as you log on, if you would please tell me where you're from, I'd love to know. So let's see, I'm going to put my pumpkin pie there. I'm going to put my crushed curry, my little dauber there. And then we'll just start a new one for my pineapple. Now look what I did. I used one of our die cuts in our B stamp set, and I cut it out just on Whisper White, and now I'm going to use that as a stencil. I think that is such a cute idea. So all you have to do is just kind of go in between. You can make it as dark or as light as you want. And you're going to do that all over your card. And you just hold it down. Excuse my coughing. I still have some of that bronchitis going on, right? So we're just going to have to do this all over the card. And that does take a little while, but you know what? It's so worth it, isn't it? And if it lifts up, that's okay. You can just hold it back down with your fingers. And then we're going to use some of this pineapple coloring. And we're just going to do that. That's much lighter, but that gives us the variation that we want. And see, like this little spot right there? I'm just going to put him right there. I'm just going to cover him up with some color. So we are having a really pretty day today. It's going to be in the 50s, and I know that there's some people out there that are still getting some snow. Oh my goodness. I feel for you. I know you're ready for spring, so maybe this will give you some inspiration on creating your Butterfly Gala card. I really like it. Now, you know this stamp set, and see how it does? And you just keep going. You just kind of line it up. And this Butterfly Gala uses a 2-step process, right? You put down the dimensional part of it, and it gives you all the lines of your butterflies. And then you can go back in with this solid stamp, and you could add some color that way. Now today, we're not going to do that though. We are using our blends to give us our color. And so I think you're really going to like how we're doing that. But you can do it either way. So see, we're beginning to get everything filled in. And you just have to keep going. Now, if you're joining me on the rebroadcast, I hope you take time to go ahead and comment. Let me know, since this is an older stamp set, have you used this before? Because I know there's a lot of people out there who have used this. But you know, I just thought, I am so ready for spring, right? So I am ready for it to be here already. So I am going to get my inspiration for some butterflies and go ahead and get going on this. So we're almost done. You just have to keep stamping, and really you go back over it until you get the desired darkness of it, right? So I think this is such a creative idea to go ahead and just use your stamp set to create a background. And you know, you can do it with anything that gives you kind of a background like this. I think it's so cute. And we didn't even have to buy it, right? We didn't have to go in and buy another background. We just used it. Now you might, like I said, get off, but it's okay. You can't even tell. So now I'm going to put this guy right here and finish up our last little area that we need. I'm going to bring in some of that pumpkin pie. I tell you, pumpkin pie is one of my favorite colors. I love the oranges and the burgundies. Those are my colors. Fall colors, right? But I tell you, right now, I'll just do with some spring or summer. And so here you go. Look at that. Isn't that cute? And like I said, you can do it as dark or as light as you want. Now, I didn't mention it, but we also used one more stamp set, and we used the Thoughtful Blooms because I really like this floral little spray here. It has leaves and some little bitty branches. So what we did just to kind of break up this background is we used our crumb cake and we just added it. Now you could stamp it off first, but I don't want to. I like it to be a good solid color. So I'm going to go ahead and just turn it. And you know, our butterflies will be covering up some of this. So now on this particular card, we are going to do it landscape. So I'm going to go ahead and close this. And I'm going to put this over to the side. So see how it just added? It added to it. Oh, I think it's so pretty. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to add this to the front of our card. Now we used Rich Razzleberry because I love those colors. I think the purples are so pretty. So we're just going to go in and add a little bit. You could set it up on dimensionals if you wanted to, but I really like the way you just add it down to the card. So go ahead and get that down just like that. And we will go ahead and we will put in our inside card, right? Now remember, give me like a day and we will post this on our blog, which is at creativemomentsbyg.com. And so you can go get the dimensions right there. So we're going to go ahead and put that down. I like to use the wet glue because it allows you to wiggle it if you need to, right? So I'm going to move these out of the way because I can just see me getting my fingers in them. That's what I do. It's not my fingers, it's my hands. So we have our card right here, right? And now we need to put this aside because we need to work on our butterflies. And what I did is I colored two of them already. Here's using our blends, and I'm going to show you how I colored them. So I am taking the dark and the light. I am taking, this color is dark Blackberry Bliss and light Blackberry Bliss. And then I just picked up some yellows. So, because I really do like yellow. This is dark mango. And this is light mango. And you know what? This is Blackberry Bliss paper. So, just so you know, I think I said Rich Razzleberry earlier, so Blackberry Bliss. Okay. Excuse me, let me just get a drink of coffee. How about you? And like I said, if you're watching on the replay, go ahead and make a comment. And what we'll do is we will draw from those comments next week, and then during our live on Saturday, we will announce the winner. So what we're going to do is we are just going around the edges, just around the edges with the dark, okay? And then I'm going to go in and I'm going to pull a little bit of dark in the middle. Just a little bit. See how that is? Now on the small one, you barely touch anything because it's such a tiny area. Okay, that was the dark. Now I'm going to take the light and I'm just going to go around in little circles to blend that line. That's all, just to lighten the line a little bit. So we're just going to go in some circles everywhere that we have that dark color. just to kind of blend those lines a little bit. And you have to be careful on the small butterfly because you want to make sure and leave some of that white in there. Now, I'm going to take this dark mango, and I'm going to use the nib side this time. And I'm going to just go over in little circles where the dark line is. Just little circles to blur it, just a little bit. Okay. And did I tell you I used Memento to actually make the stamp, to do the stamp of this? Now on this little one, I'm just going to go ahead and use the brush side. And I'm just going to go over the white area so that everything else remains dark. Now, you just pull. Don't color everything because you want it to stay light. So just kind of make little strokes, little brush strokes in between the two areas to cover up the white. And that way you keep that color. Oh, I just think that is so pretty. Look at that. Blended so nice. Now the next thing you need to do is you need to put his little body on, right? And we're going to go ahead and do that. And let's see if we can get a little closer. Okay, so you can see that. So here's the body. There's a fatter part on the big one and a skinnier part. So we're going to put the fatter part just right close to the bottom. Oh, isn't that cute? I mean, really, it just gives it such dimension. You must add the body to the butterfly. Look at that. And then we're going to go in with the smaller one. Now on the smaller one, oh my goodness, he fell off the block. I thought I lost him. No. On the smaller one, they're all the same size, so just go ahead, and it doesn't matter which is the top or which is the bottom. And now you can't put the antenna on there because, of course, the punch will just punch them out. So let's go ahead and use our punch. Now look at this punch. See how it is? It is two butterflies put together. So you need to make sure that you can get close enough to the butterfly. So you may have to take a little bit off so that you can get into where the butterfly is. Now, if you can line up the big wings on this, you'll be just fine. So really focus on the big butterfly. And there you have it. Perfect. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to punch out the other two. Okay. Let's punch this one out first. Once again, you know, really line up the big butterfly. There we go. And then we can cut this part off because it's kind of hard to get to this butterfly. And if you do something like that, let me show you a trick. So you have cut too much of this butterfly off. No problem. Put a little sticky note, and that allows you to put it in. See? We know how to solve problems, right? I would love to know if you're watching the rebroadcast, where you're watching from. We love to know who's watching us. We are in the sunny Southwest, as I've said before. So, where are you from? Now, what you can do with these butterflies, and you know what? I'm going to wait to put some Wink Estella, because what do I say? You can never have too much glitter. Now, watch what you can do. You just barely curl. You barely curl this, because when you set it up on dimensionals and you push it down, it really gives you that added dimension. So right now it looks like maybe it's curved too much, but it won't be when you add it to the card. So we're going to go ahead and just curl these wings. And you don't have to curl it much. Now on the little baby ones, just a little bit on either side. I think just really makes them stand out just a little bit. And you don't have to, you know, do it with your fingers. Okay, so we have that curled. Now we're going to bring in this. And we are going to decide because where we want this stamp set. Because I want congrats, and we need to have enough room, right? So I'm going to stamp it first. On my other cards, on one of my cards, I stamped it afterwards. And that is quite disastrous because you don't know where you're stamping. So let's go ahead and ink this up. And I like to stamp it off just to make sure it's nice and black. Yes. So I'm going to go ahead and get this really inked up well. Okay. And I'm going to put it right here in the bottom, I think. Right there. And I'm just going to hold it for good contact so that I can get all the black off of it. Oh, there we go. And now, see, you know better where to put your little butterflies, right? Now, before we put our butterflies on, we want to use Wink of Stella, right? Because we want these little guys to sparkle because butterflies are so pretty. Have you ever heard of butterfly bushes? They actually bring in the butterflies. Well, let me know in your comments if you have a butterfly bush that really attracts butterflies, because my sister is going to be putting one in her yard. And that way I could tell her, hey, we have some people who watched our video who do that as well. I would love to know all the different kind of bushes that really bring in the butterflies or flowers. Won't that be pretty in the summer? We'll go out there and have our tea and we'll sit with the butterflies. I love butterflies. They're very special, aren't they? So pretty. Okay, so we added our Wink of Stella. And now we're just going to add, on our bigger ones, we're going to add one dimension. I think we can do that right in the middle. So on all three big ones, just add a dimension. And then on our little ones, of course, you're going to have to add a mini dimension. Now, have you been able to take advantage of the celebration catalog? Oh my goodness, I have taken advantage of it many times over. I just love getting free items. When I go to the makeup counter, I always say, what free item do you have? And if they're getting ready to go on a sale, I just wait for that free item because I like my free items. I don't know about you. You're going to spend good money and then you get something free? I like it. So now we need to look at how we're going to design our card. So I think that we definitely need one right here. So we're just going to push it down and see, because we curled the leaves, they just kind of goes up just a little bit. And then I think we're going to need, of course, this little guy right here. We need to take the backing off and then put a little one right here. Okay. And then let's see, maybe we'll curve. Oh, I think that might be pretty. There we go. Oh, it's looking so pretty. Don't you love this stamp set? Oh my goodness. I think I'm going to put a little one right here just because. And then maybe, I don't know. I think we only need two on there. Two big ones and two small ones. So I'm going to keep this one for another card. And maybe I'll go ahead and put a little one though right here. Oh, yes, we'll put three little ones. Put him right there. Oh, and look at that. Oh my goodness. The sentiment, congrats, is so pretty and bold. And now we need to add what goes on the inside, right? So what we decided is you did it. So we're going to take our black ink. Just make sure we get it good. And we're just going to put it right here at the bottom. Okay, congrats. You did it. What do you think about that? Is that not beautiful? The background is so pretty and bold, and the butterflies glisten. Can you see that? That's our Wink of Stella glittering. I love it. Now, let me show you. Let me move all these little things out of the way. This is what we did today. We showed you this one earlier, and it's a top fold. Very nice top fold. And then we have this one, Hello Friend. And each one of these sayings is in that I told you about. The seriously the best. Yes, it's in that stamp set. Well, I hope you enjoyed our YouTube live today. And if you are joining us from the rebroadcast, thank you so much for taking time to look at our video. We appreciate you so much. And if you did get some inspiration, would you please give us a thumbs up? It means so much to us. Thank you. And if you haven't subscribed, we put out 3 videos a week. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and we go live on Saturday, so long as we don't get sick, right? Well, we hope you go out and have a fantastic Saturday. We'll see you in the next video. Be creative in your crafting. And don't forget, all the stamp sets and all the dimensions will be on my blog, on my website, creativemomentsbyg.com. And our prizes, you've got to make comments to be in the drawing. So please, please make comments so that we can put you in the drawing, and we'll announce the winner next Saturday. So once again, see you in the next video. Bye-bye.